Welcome to RAPIDMINDS Tamil channel. PGTRB கம்ப்யூட்டர் இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்டருக்கான டெஸ்ட் சீரீஸை நம்ம இந்த வீடியோவில் பார்க்கலாம். ஸோ இனி வரும் அடுத்தடுத்த வீடியோக்களில் யூனிட் வைஸ் நம்ம டெஸ்ட் கொஷின்ஸை நம்ம பார்ப்போம். ஆல்ரெடி நீங்கள் சப்ஜெக்ட்ஸை படிக்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணியிருந்தீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு இந்த கொஷின்ஸ் எல்லாம் நீங்கள் ஒரு டெஸ்ட் சீரீஸாக நினச்சி இதற்கெல்லாம் நீங்கள் ஆன்சர் பண்ணிங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு ஒரு ப்ராக்டிஸாக இருக்கும். இது ஒரு ப்ராக்டிஸ் டெஸ்ட்டும் டெஸ்ட் சீரீஸாக நம்ம பார்த்துக்கலாம். நம்மளுடைய சேனலை மறக்காமல் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. டிஆர்பி கம்ப்யூட்டர் இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்டருக்கான எல்லா கைடன்ஸும் தொடர்ந்து நம்மளோட சேனலில் கொடுத்துக்கிட்டு இருக்கோம். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கொஷின், இன் ரிவர்ஸ் பாலிஷ் நோட்டேஷன் எக்ஸ்பிரஷன் written as. ரிவர்ஸ் பாலிஷ் நோட்டேஷன்றது நமக்கு போஸ்ட் ஃபிக்ஸ். அதால் நம்மளுக்கு இதற்கான கரெக்டான ஆப்ஷன். நீங்கள் ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்ணி பாருங்கள் இது மாதிரி ப்ராப்ளம் பேஸ்டு கொஷின்ஸை. கரெக்டான ஆப்ஷன் ஆப்ஷன் ஏ. ஆப்ஷன் பி, SIMD represents an organization that. இதெல்லாம் நீங்கள் ஆன்சர்ஸை நீங்கள் ஜஸ்ட்டு திங்க் பண்ணி வச்சுக்கோங்க. நம்ம ஆன்சர் பண்ணும்போது உங்களுக்கு இது கரெக்டாக இல்லையான்றதை நீங்கள் அசஸ் பண்ணி பார்க்கலாம். இதற்கான கரெக்டான ஆப்ஷன் SIMD. Includes many processing units under the supervision of the common control unit. Option C, correct option. Third, floating point representation is used to store real integers. Fourth, suppose that a bus has 16 data lines and requires 4 cycles of 250 seconds each to transfer data. The bandwidth of this bus would be 2 bytes, 2 megabytes if the cycle time of the bus was reduced to 125 nanoseconds and the number of cycles required for transfer stayed the same. What would the bandwidth of the bus? இதுக்கான கரெக்டான ஆப்ஷன் ஆப்ஷன் 2, 2 megabytes per second. Fifth one, assembly language uses alphabetic codes in a place of binary numbers used in a machine language. Assembly language என்றது use alphabetic codes in a place of binary numbers used in a machine language. 6, in computer subtraction is generally carried out by the second complement. 7th, the amount of the time required to read a block of data from a disk into memory is composed of seek time, rotational latency and transfer time. Rotational latency refers to. இதற்கான கரெக்டான ஆப்ஷன் ஆப்ஷன் ஏ. The time it takes for the platter to make a full rotation. Rotational latency என்றது it takes for the platter to make a full rotation. 8th, what characteristics of RAM memory makes it not suitable for permanent storage? volatile. இது எல்லாருக்குமே நமக்கு தெரிஞ்சது. 9th, computer use addressing mode techniques for giving a program versatility to the user by providing the facility as pointers to memory, counter for loop control, to reduce number of bits in the field of instruction, specifying rules for modifying or interrupting address field of the instruction. All the above is the correct option. The circuit used to store 1 bit of data is known as flip-flop. 2FAOC 16 is equivalent to. ஸோ இது மாதிரி ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்ணுற ப்ராப்ளம் வந்து ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்ணிவிட்டு நீங்கள் இதற்கான ஆன்சரை பாருங்கள். கரெக்டான ஆப்ஷன் ஆப்ஷன் பி. 12. The average time required to reach a storage location in memory and obtain its contents is called access time. Which of the following is not a weighted code? So correct an option XS3 code. The idea of an cache memory is based. So correct an option. The idea of a cache memory is based on locality of reference. Which of the following is lowest in memory hierarchy? Lowest memory hierarchy, secondary memory. ஸோ இப்போ கேட்ச் மெமரி ரிஜிஸ்டர்ஸு ரேம் எல்லாம் வந்து நமக்கு ப்ரைமரி. ஸோ இது வந்து நம்மளுக்கு செகண்டரின்றதுக்கு லோவஸ்ட் மெமரி. 16. The addressing mode used in the instruction of the form add xy is. ஸோ இதுக்கான கரெக்டான ஆப்ஷன் இண்டெக்ஸ். 17th. If memory access takes 20 nanoseconds with the cache and 110 nanosecond without it, then the ratio cache uses a 10 nanosecond memory is. ஸோ இது வந்து எவ்வளோ பர்சன்டேஜ்ன்றதை நமக்கு வந்து கேட்குறாங்க. ஸோ கரெக்டான ஆப்ஷன் 90. In a memory mapped input output system, which of the following will not be there? இது வந்து விச் இஸ் நாட்ன்றது கேட்டிருக்காங்க. அப்போ இன்புட் அவுட்புட்டில் இன்னு ஆடு அவுட்லாம் இருக்கும். இது வந்து இருக்காதுன்றது கேட்டிருக்காங்க. எல்டிஏ கரெக்டான ஆப்ஷன். 19th. In a vectored interrupt. So correctaன ஆப்ஷன் interrupting source supplies the branch information to the processor through an input vector. 20th. Von Neumann architecture is SISD. SISD correct option. 21st. The circuit used to store one bit of data is known as. So is already repeated. Flip flop. Cache memory acts between CPU and RAM. 23. Write through technique is used in which memory for updating the data? Write through technique. So here can a correct option cache memory. Generally, dynamic RAM is used as a main memory in a computer system as. So here can a correct option. Generally, dynamic RAM is used as a main memory in a computer system as higher speed. 25th. In signed magnitude binary division, if the dividend is 111002 and divisor is 10011, then the result is. 25th பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கரெக்டான ஆப்ஷன். ஸோ இது வந்து ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்ணி பாருங்கள். 26th. Visual memory consists of visual memory, static RAM. In a program using subroutine call instruction, it is necessary. Clear instruction register. Clear the instruction register. Clear the instruction register. 28. A stack organized computer uses instruction of option C, zero addressing. Stack organized computer uses instruction of zero addressing. 29. If a main memory is of 8K bytes and the cache memory is of 2K words, it uses associate mapping. Then each word of the cache memory shall be option C, 16 bits. Work out பண்ணி பாருங்க இந்த questions. 30. A flip-flop can be converted into T flip-flop by using additional logic circuit. So இதற்கான கரெக்டான option D. 31st. Logic XOR operation 4A COH and B5 3F H results. Option C. When CPU is executing a program that is a part of the operating system, it is said to be in. So இதுக்கான கரெக்டான ஆப்ஷன் சிஸ்டம் மோட். 33. An n-bit microprocessor has n-bit instruction register. Cache memory works on the principles of, so இது வந்து ஆல்ரெடி நம்ம ரிப்பீட் ஆயிருக்கு, locality of reference. The main memory in a personal computer PC is made of and cache memory, static RAM. Main memory in personal computer is made of cache memory, static RAM. In computer, subtraction is carried out by generally. So இதுவுமே repeat ஆயிருக்கு. Second complement. PSW is saved in the stack when there is a interrupt recognized. PSW is saved in stack when there is interrupt recognized. 38. The multiplicand register and multiplier register of hardware circuit implementing both Booth's algorithm have 1101 and 1100. Their result shall be. So இது வந்து ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்ணி பார்க்கணும். The circuit converting binary data into decimal is code converter. Option D. A 3-input NOR gate gives logic high output only when all input are high. Suppose a 3-input NOR gate gives logic high output only when all the input are high. N bits in operation code imply that there are dash possible distinct operators. 41. So you're going to correct an option 2N. 42. Dash register keeps tracks of the instruction stored in program stored in memory. Dash register keeps tracks of the instruction stored in program stored in memory. So you're going to correct an option program counter. Memory unit accessed by content is called. Memory unit accessed by content is called. Associate memory. So associative memory. Aging registers are counters which indicate how long ago their associated pages have been referenced. So இப்போ aging registers வரும்போது counters which indicate how long ago their associated pages have been referenced. The instruction ORGO is a pseudo instruction. The instruction ORGO is a pseudo instruction. Translation from symbolic program into binary is done in two passes. Option A, two passes. A floating point number that has a ONMSB of Mantistra is said to have correct option underflow. The BSA instruction is branch and save return address. The BSA instruction is branch and save return address. 49. State whether true or false. ஸோ இந்த ரெண்டு ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்டில் எது ட்ரூ எது ஃபால்ஸ். Arithmetic operations which fixed point numbers takes larger time for execution as compared with the floating point numbers. True. An arithmetic shift left multiplies assigned binary numbers. 2. This one is false. 50. Logic gates with a set of input and output is arrangement of combinational circuit. Logic gates with a set of input and output arrangement of combinational circuit. 51. MIMD stands for multiple instruction, multiple data. A k-bit field can specify any one of a k-bit field can specify any one of 2k registers. The time interval between adjacent bits is called the time interval between adjacent bits is called bit time. The time interval between adjacent bits is called the bit time. 54. A group of bits that tell the computer to perform a specific operation is known as instruction code. Bits that tell the computer to perform a specific operation is known as instruction code. The load instruction is mostly used to designate a transfer from memory to processor register is known as. The load instruction is mostly used to designate a transfer from the memory to a processor register is known as accumulator. Communication between the components in a microcomputer takes place via the address and data bus. 57. The instruction pipeline can be implemented by the means of instruction pipeline can be implemented by the means of FIFO buffer. Data input command is just the opposite of correct an option data output. Microprogram sequencer generates the address of the of next micro instruction to be executed. Microprogram sequencer generate the address of the next micro instruction to be executed. A binary digit is called a binary digit bit. A flip-flop is a binary cell capable of storing information. Correct an option 1 bit. A flip-flop is binary cell capable of storing information of 1 bit. So repeated நம்ம அதை questions வந்திருக்கு. 62. The operation executed on data stored in registers is called micro operation. The operation executed on data stored in registers is macro operation. MRI indicates option self-contained sequence of instructions that perform a given computational task is called functions. 65. Micro instructions are stored in control memory groups, which each group specifying a routine. 66. An interface that provides a method for transferring binary information between internal storage and external devices is called input output interface. Stated status bit is also called 67 flag bit. An address in main memory is called address in a main memory is called physical address. 69. A value of v of x of the target operand is contained in the address field itself. The addressing mode is direct. Can be represented 70th in a single magnitude format in a ones complement format as current option. 71. The instruction which copy information from one location to another either in the processor internal register set or in the external main memory are called 71 data transfer instruction. 72. A device circuit that goes through a predefined sequence of states upon the application of interrupt pulses is called counter. The performance of cache memory is frequently measured in the term of a quantity called latency ratio. Performance of cache memory is frequently measured in terms of quantity called latency ratio. 74. The information available in the state table may be represented graphically. State diagram. 75. Content of the program counter is added to the address part of the instruction in order to obtain the effective address is called relative address mode. Option A, relative address mode. 76. An interface that provides input-output transfer of the data directly to and from the memory unit and a peripheral is termed as DMA. 77. The seconds complement form use 6-bit word of the number 1010 is a register capable of shifting its binary information either to the right or the left is called shift register. What is the content of stack pointer? Option C, address of the top element of the stack. Which of the 80th பார்த்தீங்கன்னா which of the following interrupt is non-maskable? Correct option trap. 81. Which of the following is main memory? Sketch. Which of the following are not a machine instruction? Correct option B and C. 83. In assembly language programming, minimum number of operands required for an instructions are 83 0. 84. The maximum addressing capacity of microprocessor which uses 16-bit database and 32-bit address space is 4 GB. The memory unit that communicates directly with the CPU is called main memory. 86. The average time required to reach a location in memory and operand its content is called access time. 87. So இது எல்லாமே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா true or false. A byte is a group of 16 bit. A nibble is group of 16 bits. 89. When a word is to be written in associative memory, address has not been given. So இதுவும் false. When two equal numbers are subtracted, the result will be dash and dash. Plus 0. A dash development system and dash are essential for writing large assembly language programs. And microprocessor. Microprocessor assembler. 92. In an operation performed by ALU, carries bit is set to 1 if the end carry C8 is dash. It is clear to 0 if the carry is. So here correct option 1. So இதற்கு 0. A successive AD converter is C. Medium speed converter. 94. When a necessary results are transferred from CPU to main memory by shift register. 96. Combinational circuit which send data coming from a single source to two or more separated destination is demultiplexer. 97. In which addressing mode the operand is given explicitly in the instruction? Immediate. 98. A stock organized computer has zero addressed instruction. 99. A program counter contains a number 825 and the address part of the instruction contains the number 24. The effective address in the relative address mode when an instruction is read from the memory is 850. 102. A page fault occurs when a program accesses the page not currently in the main memory. One or three. The load instruction is mostly used to designate a transfer from memory to a processor register. Is known as accumulator. A group of bits that tells the computer perform a specific operation is known as instruction code. The time interval between adjacent bits is called the bit time. A k-bit field can specify any one of dash. So 2k register. தொடர்ந்து நம்ம சேனலில் இணைந்திருங்க. கம்ப்யூட்டர் இன்ஸ்டியூட்கான அனைத்து தகவலும் தொடர்ந்து கொடுத்துக்கிட்டே இருப்போம். நம்மளோட சேனலை மறக்காமல் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. உங்களோட ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸுக்குமே ஷேர் பண்ணுங்கள். தேங்க்யூ. தேங்க்ஸ் ஃபார் வாட்சிங்.